Org.
Support your local Girl Scouts. And when you do, make sure you pair the cookies with the right beer. The What's Brewing scavenger hunt is wrapping up after 13 weeks. And we're ready to announce our winner up next. Looking forward to that. From the Great Barn Tap Room in New Hope, Joe Sixpack, Glen, Macnow, all new episode of What's Brewing.
What's Brewing is brought to you in part by Macnow Makers, powered by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board. Download the app. By Visit Bucks County. Travel the Bucks County Ale Trail. Check in digitally to 5 or more breweries to score a free t-shirt. Get your passport at visitbuckscounty.com. And by the Conshohocken Brewing Company. Visit conchahockenbrewing.com for the latest releases, location hours, menus, and online store.
You don't have to go away to get away. Go and explore. Find the small businesses that make where you live a community. When you dine, choose homemade. On a free weekend, discover the great outdoors. And if it's brewed here, enjoy it with friends. Support small for an experience you won't find anywhere else. Make it local, make it Main Street, make it Modco.
Welcome to What's Brewing, all new episode. He's Joe Sixpack. I'm Glen Macnow. We're at the Great Barn Tap Room in New Hope. By the way, sitting right next to a bar where Norm from Cheers put his rear end and had a few beers.
Wow, my role model.
Yes, there you go. George Wendt was here. Neil Young had some beers here. What are we doing here? We're having a good time. I am drinking a Murphy's Dry Irish Stout. And you know what's nice about this beer? First of all, lots of taste. Second of all, just 4.4%.
You can drink 3 or 4 of those during the
And
show.
I may. What about you?
This is the Plum Pudding Weizenbock. That's good. You don't see this style of beer a whole lot. It's a dark wheat bock.
Very nice. All right, so our beer swap for this week centers on something which I hadn't really thought about, but it's an interesting topic, which is single hop beers. Joe Sixpack, most these days, especially with the IPAs, you get like a lot of blends, right?
Right. Hops have a lot of different character, flavor, aroma, bitterness levels, and brewers tend to blend those hops together to create a single flavor. But more and more, we've seen single hop beers, which are beers that are made with just one type of hops.
And that's what we're doing. And I am giving you a Tonewood Monotone Citra, Tonewood out of Oakland, New Jersey, where I used to drink with Bob Daly of the Flyers in Oakland, New Jersey. Was a good guy. This is a rotating series that they do, explores one hop variety each time it's brewed. So they're really into the theme of that. This one with the Citra is kind of grapefruit, lemon lime, a little passion fruit. I'm a Citra fan. I know you got an issue with Citra.
Well, I've come around a little bit on Citra, but often brewers tend to bring out a little bit too much Citra in their beers, and there's many people, including myself, who believe that it smells a little bit too much like cat pee. So that's Citra.
I was enjoying this beer.
Sorry.
Up until that moment. All right.
Sorry for the buzzkill, pal.
There you go. What do you got?
All right. You know what? I should mention real quick, too, that the folks here at Great Barn also are into this whole trend with their 1 PA Pale Ale. This is a beer made with just one type of hops and one type of malt, brewed, grown on their own farm.
Yeah, in Kittnersville.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Pretty cool.
Very cool.
There we go. There's my beer. Galaxy Double Daisy Cutter. Daisy Cutter, very popular beer. This is their Double Daisy Cutter, stronger beer, and it's made with Galaxy hops. By the way, hops don't, the hops have nothing to do with the strength of the beer. It's
right,
just
of course. All right, so if you tell me that Citra, I like Citra because by virtue of its name, you understand it's like a lemon, lime, not pineapple, grapefruit kind of thing. Galaxy, what's the defining characteristic?
Very fruity, big aroma of peach often, or...
Ooh, I like this beer. That's a good beer. I've never had this. It's a nice beer.
Yeah, it's actually, I believe that this is a sort of a beer, rather a hop that works well with Citra often. It's often used to balance the Citra, but this beer by itself with just the Galaxy hops is really absolutely...
All right, some other very popular ones, Bell's Two Hearted, which is, a very popular beer everywhere.
Yeah, people may not know that's made 100% Centennial hop.
This one I have here, boy, not easy to read this one. This is other half double dry hop, all Simcoe, everything, okay?
Right.
Simcoe.
So Simcoe is a little bit like Citra, passion fruit, apricot, and berries.
All right. And very trendy these days, Sabro, a little bit different.
Sabro is really different. It is a beer, one that you see in Victory Liberty Bell Ringer is the one that's local. It has a sort of a vanilla kind of aroma to it. You see it in these milkshake IPAs often. Very, very trendy right now.
All right, so mostly what I think maybe everything we've done here is an IPA, but other styles of beer, maybe the single hop works, right?
The classic is Pilsner. I mean, it's been made with Saaz Czech hops forever, and typically the authentic ones are made only with the Saaz.
Okay. All right, well, these are a lot of winners. Enjoyed them all, and yeah, looking forward to this one, the 1PA Pale Ale.
I can't wait to hear more about the farm.
At Great Bar. Yes, we are going to talk to the people here. Coming up, however, Girl Scout cookie season. Well, we know it began a little while ago, but I got to be honest with you, my house is like full. I'm a sucker for any of these kids come by my door. I buy like a half a dozen boxes.
You're an easy hit.
And we got a lot of kids in my neighborhood, so yeah, I'm in. But what's the best beer to pair these with? That's what's imperative, right? That's what we're going to talk about. From the Great Barn Taproom in New Hope, he's Joe Sixpack. I'm Glen Macnow. This is What's Brewing.
When you can actually see the craftsmanship that went into making something, you're transported back to a simpler time.
There's nothing quite like the feeling of freedom that you get riding in the open cockpit of a biplane.
Like the many Pennsylvania plein air artists who came before me, I found inspiration for my art in the hills and the valleys of Bucks County. Bucks County is my home.
Bucks County is my home.
And Bucks County is my home. Visit Bucks County, where home feels like a getaway.
Welcome back to What's Brewing with Joe Sixpack. I'm Glen Macnow at the Great Barn Taproom in New Hope. I am enjoying where the Delaware am I?
Great name.
IPA. There you go. What about you?
This is the Kinterweizen, which is another wheat beer, a Hefeweizen from their farm.
All right, so it's still Girl Scout season. Probably could have done this a month ago.
Oh, that's good.
But if you're like me, you got a stock of cookies in the house. The question is, when I eat my Thin Mints, which I do, what beer do I pair this with? Joe Sixpack, you're the expert.
First of all, are we going to really defile these innocent Girl Scout cookies with beer?
The Girl Scouts are innocent. The cookies are not. You can't defile a cookie. It's a cookie. Come on, man.
If you say so.
Oh, well, I like it.
All right.
God, this is such a classic.
So what is that, the Thin Mint?
Yeah.
Okay, the first one is the Thin Mint. Then we're going to pair that baby with, let's try the Susquehanna Toes Up Raspberry Imperial Stout.
Wow. Okay, so why is this going to work?
I think it's mainly because chocolate goes with chocolate anytime.
Oh my God!
Although I'm curious about.
I got news. I could have this as a diet, 31 days a month. That's good. All right.
So the raspberry.
Works.
And the mint.
Spectacular.
Somehow it works. It does. That,
really you know what? That was a great choice by you. All right, next. Where is it?
All right.
My peanut butter cookie. Again, another Girl Scout classic.
That is a classic.
Are we giving them business or what? Go ahead.
We should be.
What are we doing this?
Okay, so I thought, you got to choose a peanut butter beer. Great Barn Taproom here in New Hope has a peanut butter dunkel.
Nice. Here we go.
All right. Which one's peanut butter, Glenn? I can't even tell.
Peanut butter is this one.
Oh, okay.
Do you know Girl Scout cookies?
I do.
Who doesn't buy Girl Scout
cookies? I'm going to dunk this
cookies?
one.
Oh, you're dunking. What's the name of the beer?
This is their peanut butter dunkel.
Well, it's got dunk right in the name. All right, I'm in. I have to tell you, This is one of the more fun segments we've done.
That actually works too.
It works very well.
Very complimented completely.
All right, coming up next. My wife doesn't eat chocolate. She likes the shortbreads. I'm not big on it. It's fine. The vanilla,
Okay.
you know.
All right, so here's the thing with shortbread. It's basically not a whole lot of flavor compared to these other exotic flavors.
Right.
So I didn't want to overwhelming it, but I did want to have something, a lot of good flavor, but not overwhelming. So I went with a porter, the Wissahickon Ravenhill Porter.
Oh, nice. Nice choice.
So I don't think we've ever had a Wissahickon beer on the show before.
Yeah, cookie's okay. I feel like we're doing our part to support a good community effort with this, don't you?
Yeah, that's what we do here on What's Brewing.
We're about the public good.
I have to confess, I think that the porter may have blown that one out a little bit. The delicate flavors of the
too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. All right. Next, you brought this nonsense. I don't know this cookie. Adventureful's brownie-inspired cookie with caramel-flavored cream and a hint of sea salt. I'm kind of your classic Thin Mints.
Yeah,
but,
this
okay,
one seems like it's. I haven't tasted this one before, but when I've heard about this beer, a lot going on. Exactly. This is what you might call a hot mess of a beer. Too many different flavors at one time.
A hot mess of a beer or a cookie?
Or a cookie, rather. So let's pair it with something that's really basic.
By the way, it's kind of hard to bite into.
Really. This is the Vienna Lager from Radiant Beer Project. We were out there at their brewery at Co-Hops not long ago. I really enjoyed this beer.
This
good
works.
Lager.
Nice. Cookie's got a little too much going on here, but the beer is kind of, I don't want to say simple, but the beer kind of tones it down. I don't know. You know what? I don't like that cookie. All right, finally.
Man, really getting critical on the Girl Scout cookies here.
Me? I'm Mr. Girl Scout cookie. Finally, here you go. For whatever reason, this box says Caramel Delights. Where I come from, this is a Samoa. What's going on with that? We don't call it a Samoa anymore?
I'm guessing there's a trademark issue here. It's exactly the same cookie, except for some minor problems. It comes from a different bakery from the original Samoa. That's why they did it.
That's good to me.
Authentic Girl Scout background, Girl Scout cookie history there. Anyway, this is a coconut cookie, a toasted coconut cookie.
Yeah, nice.
And you got to pair it with a coconut beer. One of my favorite, actually my absolute favorite coconut beer, I think, is Oscar Blues Death by Coconut.
How many coconut beers do you know?
My refrigerator's packed with coconut beer.
All right, let's see.
Oh, that's a good beer.
That's a good beer. That's a good cookie. All right, so this was a fine experiment. And to me, I would say of those, we tried 5 of these things. We're all about the research.
Right.
I think the best was the Thin Mint with the Susquehanna toss-up. Is that what it was? Toes up, not toss-up. Toes up.
If you had too many of them, it might be.
Yeah, that was this one. Right. Yeah.
You know what?
That's the winner.
I agree 100%, Glenn. That was a great pairing. Who would think that mint and raspberry would go together so well?
Delightful. Anyway, coming up, we have been running our What's Brewing scavenger hunt for 13 weeks. Next, we announce the winner, the runners-up, and the great prize that we have. From the Great Barn Taproom in New Hope, Joe Sixpack, Glen Macnow, support your local Girl Scouts and your local brewers. It's What's Brewing. Glen Macnow here with Andrew Colligan from Conshohocken Brewing Company. Let's run down the new lineup of exciting beers, starting with Type A.
Our #1 selling beer, big citrus hop notes and nice dry finish, the quintessential American IPA.
Ring the Bell Pilsner.
That's our fastest growing brand. It's a smooth, easy drinking Pilsner to enjoy during a game.
Life Coach.
Hazy, 100% citra hop session IPA, the perfect beer for all day at the golf course or the pool.
Puddler's Row ESP.
That's our multi-roasty English pub ale, 2 silver medals at the World Beer Cup. Maybe the best English ale in the country.
MC5, my favorite.
Double dry hopped IPA. It's all the juicy goodness you want in a hazy IPA.
Philly Vice.
It's our rotating series of fruited sours, light and easy drinking.
Mr. Robusto.
Dark chocolatey porter, perfect dark beer for a cold winter's night.
All exciting beers. Enjoy them all and a whole lot more at Conshohocken Brewing Company's 5 PA locations and wherever fine beer is sold.
Cheers.
Welcome back to What's Brewing with Joe Sixpack. I'm Glen Macnow. We're at the Great Barn Tap Room in New Hope. It's part of the Bucks County Ale Trail. Follow the Bucks County Ale Trail. Get your free mobile passport at visitbuckscounty.com. Check in digitally at 5 or more of these great 30 brewery locations. Get the free Bucks County Ale Trail t-shirt. as Joe Sixpack is modeling right now, kind of, sort of. And by the way, do me a favor, you talk for a while because I want to try Phil's great chicken wings here at the tap room.
Okay, I will. An excellent stop right in the middle of New Hope. You know, we're looking out at this beautiful canal here, watching people kayak by, and just...
they're kayaking by, I'm eating chicken wings and drinking beer.
Well, we all have our own athletic pursuits, Glenn.
We do. All right. We have run for the last 13 weeks a scavenger hunt. Your idea... Explain kind of like what you were thinking.
Okay, the idea was to get people out there and share their beer experiences. That was the main thing. So we had people, we asked our viewers to post photographs of a variety of different items that they had collected or they had visited or whatever in the beer world in the Philadelphia area over the course of 13 weeks.
And it was really fun because it was different every week. One week it was you in a beer t-shirt. I love the one, take a picture of you with an animal.
Right.
You drinking beer, not the animal. The guy who did it with the hermit crab, to me, should have gotten extra points. Haziest beer and so on. We had about 200 viewers participate, which I was delighted.
Yeah.
About 40 of them stuck with it, did every single one.
Every single one of them. That was really remarkable.
And so here's the deal. We want to reward everybody. So all of those people who got close, we're going to invite you to a party. But first, the grand prize winner. Congratulations to Russell Wessner of Mount Airy. Russell,
way to go.
You are the winner. Russell did every challenge. He got bonus points along the way for some of the things.
Well, for that Monster Hazy beer, that was the big one.
He won that one as well. And so he wins, and what he wins is a free night of drinking with us. Wait, does he have to, is that his punishment or his prize?
He believes it's a good thing. So
all
we're
right,
going to have to treat
and
him
where
well.
are we doing this?
We're going to go to the brand new Ship Bottom Beer Blendery and Barrel House in Swarthmore.
You say that after you drink the 6 beers.
Yeah, exactly. Brand new spot in Swarthmore. We're going to bring him there for a free night of drinking with us. But as you said,
all the people who got close, we're going to try to reach out to you, and you're all going to get to go first round on us.
Right.
After that, it's on you. Actually, first round on Robert Zarco of Ship Bottom. Robert, we love you.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks to everybody for being part of that, and we've had a lot of fun, and we look forward to meeting all the people who are involved. All right, where we are in Bucks County, there's so much going on. This is a stone's throw from the Shady Brook Farm, where they have locally grown craft beer in a rustic setting. Let's go to Sam Stafford for that report.
Glenn and Don, you guys would love this place today. I am at Stone's Throw here at Shady Brook Farms in Yardley, PA. I am with one of the co-owners, Dave Fleming. Dave, before we get into just everything that you feature here, Stone's Throw, it's a very appropriate name. Can you kind of walk us through with why this place is called Stone's Throw?
Sure, yeah. So we've had a limited winery license in the state of Pennsylvania since 2000. In 2016, they expanded it to be able to sell Pennsylvania brewed beers and spirits. So when I watch your show, I think this is what we're kind of all about, is we're able to showcase everything that's great about Pennsylvania, and then also showcase the Rosebank wine, which is right in Newtown. It's owned by my parents. We're able to kind of showcase everything and be able to do anything that's Pennsylvania.
Dave, you guys have been here for 108 years. Can you give us some of the history behind Shady Brook Farms?
Shady Brook Farm actually started down in Center City, Philadelphia in the Northeast and moved out here in the 70s. But we were a traditional truck farm. We grew vegetables and shipped it into Philadelphia. I think what, we became was marketing ourselves directly to consumers. So finding ways to be able to enhance their experience and really showcase a farm experience, which I think with the beers and the wine and everything really helps enhance that experience.
Yeah, that's a good little family duo right there. And then the beers, that's one of the things that are interesting to me because there's so many breweries in PA. So even though you only have to choose from inside of the state, you have a lot of options. So how do you kind of choose that? Is it just you happen to stumble upon something?
Yeah, we see things, we talk to people, we have recommendations from customers, and we have recommendations from distributors, and we just kind of try to get something different and unique every week. We have some great beers from 2SP, from the Vault, from Ship Bottom, and some other places.
And then the food that we have here obviously looks fantastic. Can you tell us some of the menu items that you guys have here?
So we really are trying to showcase, because have been known for our events, we really try to get foods that we can are different and special, but that we can get served pretty quickly. So we have pizzas, we have some cauliflower pizza, and then we have some great sandwiches that you can come in and be able to grab things quick and be able to get a seat.
Yeah, that's one of the really cool features as well. It's not only this cute little bar here, you also have the greenhouse where you have your events, and you have a bar outside there, so it kind of opens it up. And then you also have your farmer's market with everything.
Right.
What do you grow here at the farm in your farmer's market?
So we grow through the summer strawberries, corn, tomatoes, peaches, apples. We actually have some of our apples featured in Moss Mill's Lost in the Orchard. And so it's a great collaboration that we have with Moss Mill, but able to showcase what we grow here versus the talents they have in making the beer.
I know one of your big events is obviously your Christmas light show, but we're a little late for that. So what are some of the events that people can look forward to?
So we have, really excited, we have a St. Patrick's Day festival coming up that we're going to really be able to showcase some St. Patrick's Day music. My wife has an Irish dance school, so we're going to showcase some Irish dancers and really be able to have some fun with that. And then our annual Easter egg hunt's coming up soon after that. Wednesday nights right now we have Quizzo. Thursday night we have a cornhole league, and then Friday and Saturday nights we have what we call the Winter Unwind.
Awesome. Dave, you guys have it all. Glenn and Don, there's so much to do, see, and taste here at Shady Brook Farms, and everything's local. You guys got to check it out.
Thank you, Sam. Great report. Would love to get there. By the way, Visit Bucks County will also be launching a Bucks County Wine and Art Trail this fall, beginning in October. You get a free mobile passport check-in digitally at 3 or more participating wineries. Get a free set of limited edition Bucks County fine art note cards featuring works of art created at the wineries along the Wine and Art Trail. You enjoy your chicken wings, Joe Sixpack. I'm Glen Macnow. We're going to come back. We're going to talk to the people who own and brew beer at this fine establishment. Joe Sixpack, Glen Macnow at the Great Barn Taproom in New Hope. What's brewing?
How would you like 24 hours to play all of your favorite casino games risk-free? That's exactly what you get when you sign up for FanDuel Casino. You can play a full day of blackjack, roulette, slots, anything you want for 24 hours risk-free up to $1,000. Bet, play, and win real money. Download FanDuel Casino today and play your first 24 hours risk-free. That means at the end of your first day of play, if you're down, you'll get it back up to $1,000.
Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can I get a beer? Excuse me, bartender. Hello? Hey, bartender, I've been waiting here.
Thank you.
Are you kidding me?
Be there when the Philadelphia Flyers take on the Washington Capitals on February 26th for the Flyers Charities Game. Get your tickets now, only at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com.
Hello, bartender. Hello?
Join NBC, Telemundo, and Michelson Found Animals in our Fund the Shelters Challenge. Animal shelters here in our community need your support. You can lend a helping paw by donating today. Log on to fundtheshelters.com and help shelters compete to win prize money.
Here's Giroux the black. He scores! The captain rifles it home. 2 games, 2 goals for Giroux, and it's 1-0 Philadelphia.
Welcome back to What's Brewing with the Great Barn Brewery, where I am enjoying this Irish stout. We are joined by James McGowen, who's the head brewer here, and Maryana Ferguson, who is founder, co-owner, and I found out, art designer of labels. And this is a really cool one. This is Grasshopper Great Pilsner. Maryana, tell us kind of the roots of this place, how you started.
So a while ago, our family were looking to keep the farm in the family.
And the farm is?
The farm is in Kittnersville, and we're looking for modern ways to keep it in the family, keep it profitable. So we came up with the idea of starting a farm microbrewery. And the whole premise was to grow the grains on the farm and try to make it a completely local, sustainable product. That was the goal from the get-go, and we kind of rolled with it. And we are still here, and we are...
How long ago was this? We started?
So we started the brewery about 5 years ago. We started growing grains way before it. We experimented with different varieties. We went through different seasons. We went through different types of barley that goes in it. And little by little, we got better and better and better at it. And we put it in our product.
That's great.
So one of the examples of that is this beer that I'm drinking, which is a Pale Ale, Pennsylvania 1. You brewed this beer with ingredients that are brewed, or rather grown completely on the farm.
Yes, so this beer is basically a showcase of what can be produced locally. It's local hops, local malt, single everything, Cascade, and locally grown, or farm-grown Pilsner. We grow it right on the property. We have a field growing right now. It's not fancy, but what it does is it shows you what you can do locally.
So one of the very cool aspects is that you are right in the middle of New Hope, which is a really fun town. It's a real destination for people who live all around the area. We made reference earlier to the picture you told me about Neil Young, which is how he ended up in New Hope and how he ended up here.
Yeah, he was just shopping with his wife, Daryl Hannah. There's a thrift shop next door.
Wait, his wife's Daryl Hannah? How did I not know that? Okay.
She was shopping, and like every husband is like, what am I doing here?
Just don't bring up David Crosby in that combination.
Exactly. But I love that because she wants to shop. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go find a beer. And I could see, to be honest with you, I could see myself in that same situation. My wife wants to look around New Hope. I'll meet you here in an hour. I'm going to have a beer.
Yeah, that's one of the fine things about tap rooms showing up in fun towns to visit.
Maryana, before we go, tell people like how to find you when you're here, when you're open. And by the way, we had the chicken wings, which were great. Right. Phil, so handhelds kind of here. That's the menu, right? Sandwiches, wings, things like that.
Yeah, pretzels, hot dogs.
Okay, and give people your hours, how they can find you, when they can get them here.
We are open seasonally, so right now it's the winter time. Our hours are reduced. So here comes the spring, and we'll be open from Tuesday through Sunday, and mostly nighttime throughout the Tuesday through Thursday, and Friday daytime and Sunday daytime till 9 o'clock.
And you package your beer. We can find this out in stores as well, right?
You can find our beer here at the tap room. You can find our beer at the select distributors in Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
Nice.
Because we are right there on the border.
Over the bridge.
Go over the bridge.
Can you take the beer over the bridge these days?
If you're discreet.
All right, there you go. Be discreet. Enjoy their beer. Hey guys, it's been so much fun being with you today. Thank you very much, and thank everybody for watching from the Great Barn Tap Room in New Hope. Joe Sixpack, Glen Macnow. We'll see you next week on What's Brewing.
Cheers. What's Brewing is brought to you in part by Macnow Makers, powered by the Valley Forge Tourism Convention Board. Download the app. By Visit Bucks County. Travel the Bucks County Ale Trail. Check in digitally to 5 or more breweries to score a free t-shirt. Get your passport at visitbuckscounty.com. And by the Conshohocken Brewing Company. Visit conchahockenbrewing.com for the latest releases, location hours, menus, and online store.
NBC 10 News at 11. Count on more than just headlines.